Mark, having gone to the top of the League Two table last weekend with that win at Chatham, how good has the week been in training?
It's been a good week, of course. When you win a game, the spirits are high, but it's back to it now, focused on a tough game on Saturday.
And how big is focus in your thoughts? Because obviously the key thing is to avoid any banana skin.
Yeah, if you take any team lightly in the FA Cup, you end up getting turfed out, and we are fully respectful of Billericay. We've done a lot of work on them. We've done a lot of analysis, and we know it's going to be a really tough game.
And did it help that they had that replay against Sutton, so you could watch whoever, or you could send someone to watch because you had a game that night, but you could send someone to watch whoever you were going to play next?
There's ways and means now of watching games, of watching footage of teams, and they're very consistent in the way they play. So it should be a good football game. They try and get the ball down and try and pass the ball. So we're expecting a good game, but they've got some threats, yeah.
2 steps down to the National League South. How do you assess that level?
I think it becomes, because it's the FA Cup, I think you have to take the level out of it. I think it's equal, and the one thing you know is that they're going to have a right go at it. And if we don't match that, we'll get beat. And we are preparing as if it's a top of the table League Two clash.
Which kind of, I suppose, tells us all we need to know about where the FA Cup is in your priorities this season.
Every game is the same. We want to win it, whether it's the leasing.com, the Carabao Cup, the FA Cup, or the EFL.
How good would it though be to have a cup run this year? Because that can just help with keeping momentum going, a little bit of finance if you want to strengthen the squad as well. Just get some extra positivity around the place.
Yeah, it's a trade-off, because you end up, if you have a good cup run, you end up with more games. That increases your chances of getting more injuries and a small squad becoming stretched. But we want to try and go as far as we can. We're in the FA Cup, try and earn some finance, and like you say, it might then give us an opportunity, if we need to, strengthen in January. Since I've been there, we've not been that lucky with the draws, but we have a home tie against a team that are below us in the pyramid, and it gives us an opportunity, but by no means will we be taking them lightly.
Is that, or is this on that basis then the best opportunity that you feel you've had to start a cup run then?
Possibly. You can't wish for any more than a team that's in a lower level than you at home. If you don't win, you don't deserve to go through. If you don't win, you don't do it properly, then you get what you deserve. So, like I said, we're fully expecting a really tough game, but if we play well, we have an opportunity to win.
Is there any temptation to rotate one or two? Because obviously you do like to keep as many of your squad involved as possible.
I'll be picking a team that I think can win the game. We have a game on Tuesday, but I'll be picking a team that I think can win the game.
Injuries? How's the squad?
All right, yeah. We've got Dawson back with the squad. Matt Mills has been training for a week, so he's now available. So it's just Dale Grubb and George Williams now.
Which isn't a bad place to be in, first weekend in November, is it?
That's right, yeah. I think we've got sort of 17, 18 outfield players, so now we're okay.
Thank you, good luck.
Thank you.
Well, Billericay are a bit of a team in transition at the moment. Obviously, they had their embarrassment of riches, international players. What sort of job do you think Jamie O'Hara's done so far since he's taken over?
I think it's a different job now for Jamie. They've gone from being sort of the team that went and signed league players on ridiculous money, but probably didn't help what they were trying to do, because they didn't have that continuity, and some players would be earning lots of money, some earning not as much, and it's difficult to get that harmony in the United squad. I think now, looking at the way they're trying to restructure their squad, they're going mixing sort of some real youth with some older experienced players like Ronnie Henry, Alfie Potter, I know, and I think they're trying to build it from the bottom up, and trying to be a little bit more sustainable. So I think over the long run that'll be easier for Jamie to manage, and looking at the way they play, I quite like it. They're quite expansive, and I've been really impressed.
When I turned Talk Sport on this morning, the first word I heard was Jamie O'Hara and Alan Brazil talking about Forest Green. Jamie's not quite sure where the ground is.
He got it right though. It's in the middle of nowhere, didn't he? That's the bit I heard. He's spot on. It is in the middle of nowhere. So he was getting a bit of stick from the punters about, but it is actually in the middle of nowhere. So no, I think they'll be pleasantly surprised when they get here at what a lovely place it is.
Yeah, I mean the club has now got a lot of global reach. A lot of people have heard of Forest Green, but still don't know where it is.
That's right. Yeah, I think when you're going well on the pitch and you're winning games, allied that to the fact with the message that we spread on the sustainability and the environment, then you are going to get a lot of publicity.
Yeah. Just want to look back to last Saturday. A lot of euphoria. You did your best impression of Jurgen Klopp. I think the club media picked up the celebrations, but it was obviously a sense of relief, was it?
Wasn't relief. It was pride and enjoyment. I think you have to be able to enjoy moments like that. It's not us being flash, big time, or disrespectful. It's just an outpouring of joy and pride that we'd gone to our local rivals and played so well and won the game. And you know, if Cheltenham do that to us here, I would fully expect them to celebrate in the same way. We weren't disrespectful. When we got off the pitch, we were humble, and I fully respect Cheltenham and the way they play. I think they're a good team. But, we're entitled to celebrate after winning that game.
Yeah. It looked on Saturday as well, it looked like you'd signed Sterling and De Bruyne with that goal between Ibu Adams and Elliot Freer.
Yeah.
How pleased were you with that?
It's nice when you work on stuff like that and it comes off, you know. Ibu, everyone spoke about Ibu's performance on Saturday, and he looked a really good player. But it's about being consistent, keep doing the simple things really well, and if you keep doing that, and you look at an even better player.
Yeah. You mentioned Ibu. It looks like again you've plucked up another non-league gem. How far do you think Ibu can go in his career?
Well, that'll be down to him. If he, like I've just mentioned, if he keeps things simple, his biggest asset is his athleticism at the moment, and if he keeps playing 1 and 2 touch and running forward, he's very difficult to play against. I certainly wouldn't want to play against him in midfield. I would have to kick him to slow him down, that is for certain. But he needs to be consistent, he needs to stay focused, simplify his game, and he'll be fine.
I've watched the pass for Elliot Freer's goal about 10 times now. That pass just seems to be getting even better and better. It was really a lovely, sumptuous pass.
Yeah, great ball. But he's, like I say, we've don't want to highlight it too much, but when teams block up and set up a block of players, it's just a different way of trying to penetrate.
Cheers, Mark.
Thank you.